here. Come on. Come on. There you go. We got a cat friend. Girl. Girl. Hi. Hi. Please don't go that way. No. No. Hi. Hello. Hey. Hey there. How you been? Hi. Hi. Can you just sit here and be pretty? Can you just sit here and be a pretty cat? Can you just sit here and be a pretty cat? Probably not. Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, we are talking about one of my most favorite makeup products ever, and that is blush. So this is the Blush Tag 2.0, started by Alejandra Lisette, and I believe she did a collaboration with Jordana Vargas. If I am butchering that, I apologize. I will have both of their videos linked down below along with all of the prompts. I believe there are 15. So I am doing my mine a little bit differently than Alejandra did. She did just powder products. I'm actually going to show you a cream and I'm going to show you a powder. So we're going to start with the best packaging. So for me, this really means the prettiest packaging, because unless it's just completely unruly, I don't know anything that has like just the worst packaging ever. So for me, for the powder, this is the Makeup Revolution Crystal Luxe Palette in Rose Fresco. And you can see just how pretty this is. It's even beautiful on the inside too. These colors are just so pretty. You're gonna see this palette again later in the video, but I love this. The crystals are on. They don't seem to come off. Really pretty. And then for the cream blush, this is also by Revolution. This is their XX Revolution in Indulgent. Look at the front of that. It's just so pretty. This is a cream blush palette. I haven't touched it because I'm working on one right now, but really pretty. And again, this is just beautiful packaging. Makeup Revolution, love them or hate them, they really have upped their game over the last few years. Their eyeshadows can be hit or miss, but I've never had an issue with the face product. So yeah. The prettiest color, this one was a little hard for me because I was like, so I picked a couple, so I'm kind of cheating. These are the Milani Rose Blush Trios. And this one is in number 1, Flowers of Love. And these are the more kind of peachy, pinky, more colors. And then this one is in Floral Fantasy. This is number 2. And these are just, they're just so pretty. I think the colors are beautiful. I think they wear well. So I kind of cheated because I was like, I can't just pick one. I really can't just pick one. But I did pick one for the prettiest color for liquid or cream, and that's this one from Flower Beauty. Oh, this is just so pretty. I'm not going to swatch all of these, or we'll be here for 10 days. But it goes on really strong, and you're thinking, oh God, and this is way too much, but it blends out. And again, this is way too much. But if you blend this out, it's just a beautiful kind of winey blush, and I love this color. Depending on your skin tone, this may make you look like you have a bruise. I haven't found that to be an issue, or maybe it does and I just don't care. As you can see, I love blush. The more blush, the merrier. So yeah, so those to me are the prettiest colors that I have. The most pigmented for powder are these. These are the Sweet Cheeks. This is a Glow, Sweet Cheeks Glow by NYX. This is the Citron Rose. I'm waiting on my Fig to get here from Ulta ever in my life. But this is such a pigmented blush. I mean, look at that. Look at it. It's a beautiful color. I think this is more like a blush topper, or, just a blush that you don't need to put on a highlighter with. but it goes on really, really like deep, but it blends out really, really beautifully. And the cream for that, its counterpart is the Rare Beauty blushes. These are beautiful, but you literally need like, boop, one dot. That's all you need. These are so pigmented. So I would really caution you, if you have these, I wouldn't put it directly on your face. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but what I do is I either put this on the palette or put it on the back of my hand and then apply it with a sponge, or like I really love the Tati Blendiful. So yeah, so those are definitely my most pigmented blushes. And these blushes from NYX are so good. I have a couple of them in their matte formula, and I just picked up a new color called Fig. Unfortunately, it came crushed. You guys will see that in the Ulta haul when it gets here. So yeah, so these are, both of these are really good. This drugstore, this of course is Sephora. I think these are $20, but this would last me for the rest of my life. It can even go in the casket with me if I was going to be buried. I think we've decided to be cremated, but that's a story for a different day. So everyday blush. I don't really have an everyday, like I don't wear makeup every single day, and I like to change it up. But if you're someone who works outside the home, or maybe you're someone who wants something that's a bit more neutral, I love this blush from Tarte. And actually I love all of their Amazonian clay blushes. But this color right here, this is Party. I don't know if this was limited edition or not, but this is just a very beautiful kind of neutrally pink color. It goes with really anything. This is probably one of my most used, which is a conversation coming up. But because when I was working outside the home, that's how long I've had that. It was just a really easy, you don't really have to worry about it. You can put it on. Its counterpart is going to be this one from Shein. Shein. This is the Dolce Vita. And it's it's a beautiful neutral color. I'm not going to swatch all these. We'll be here all day. But it's a very beautiful neutral color. If you're someone who likes, you know, cream blushes, you can wear this by itself. It does it dry down? You know, I honestly can't remember. But it's beautiful. These two would pair very well together. The Milani ones, anything that's kind of a little bit more on the neutral side, I would definitely consider every day. Party blush. So for me, this means something that I would wear for a special occasion, or something that's a bit more glowy. And I've picked two. So this is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Frosé. You're going to see I have a lot of Tarte. This Amazonian Clay formula is probably one of my most favorite. So this one has a hint of like peachy glitter. I'm going to swatch these two together because these are basically the same color. And this one is More is More by ColourPop. This is one of their ColourPop sticks. And you can see they're basically the same color. This one is the ColourPop. This one is the Tarte. Both really, really pretty. Could work on your eye or on your cheek. And definitely something that I would consider wearing for a special occasion. I would wear it anytime. I mean, look at me. Look at this face. I would wear it anytime. But again, if you're someone who doesn't wear a lot of blush, or you're not very confident wearing a lot of blush or different colors, those two are beautiful. They blend out beautiful, and they give you just a little hint of shine on your cheeks. And it's really, really pretty. Regret purchasing. I actually have two. The first is this one from Natasha Denona. I'm just going to be honest with you, and I've said this before. I haven't been impressed. I have this, and I have like a mini eyeshadow palette, and I'm just like, meh, this was like $20 or $25, and it just doesn't show up. I mean, it's like the same thing with the ColourPop. It's there, but it's not $20 there. So yeah, and it's basically the same as that Tarte and the same as the ColourPop. And I don't know. I'm not going to declutter it because it is a pretty color, and maybe I can get a chance to pan it. But I wouldn't purchase another one from her. And the other one is this. This is the Blush Mallow from JCat. I think these are supposed to be like a kind of like, I don't want to say gelée because they don't feel gelée, but it's supposed to be like another powder formula. So you can see just how bright and vibrant this is in the pan, but you barely get any payoff. And maybe that's, I did a better swatch than normal, but you don't get a whole lot of payoff with that color. And I'm not gonna get rid of it yet, but it's definitely not a formula that I feel like is worth repurchasing. My least used would be all of them. I have a pretty extensive blush collection, and I haven't really had an opportunity to use many of them. Right now I've been focusing on my Too Faced Love Flush palette. I actually frankened that, and all of the 5 colors are together as one. I would show you, but I can't reach it right now. And then I've also been focusing on a Makeup Revolution cream palette. So I really haven't been playing with the other blushes. So I'm working on how I'm going to do that next year. I'm considering maybe doing something like the No Pan Left Behind challenge like I'm doing with my eyeshadows. We'll see. But yeah, so I would say probably all of them are least used right now. My most used Would Never Let Go. That is these two. So for the cream, it is the Revolution. This is the Blush Palette Melt. These are beautiful. Like I've gotten my money's worth. They're really pretty colors. They're not sticky. They're not greasy. They're very, very pretty. When I finish this blush palette, I'm going to be very sad. My goal is, I think, to hit pan in all of the shades. You can see there are still a couple that I haven't even touched. But this formula is so just beautiful on the skin, and I really, really love that. And then this one from Milani. This is the Floral Passion blush. This is probably one of my most favorite blushes in my whole collection. It's really, really beautiful. It's not my most used, I don't think, but it is one that I wouldn't let go. I just think it's very, very pretty. Can really go with any kind of look because it has that hint of pink, but it also has a little bit of peach. It's very much a corally looking blush. So this is definitely one that I would want to keep in my collection. My favorite blush brand is Milani. So I love their rose blushes, like I mentioned. I love their baked blushes. I had the mini Luminoso. I went ahead and got rid of the bigger one. I'm giving that to, not Luminoso. Yeah, no, Luminoso. So their baked formula is really pretty. It's got a little bit of shine. Their Blake Bronzer is also really good. Their rose formula is really good. They recently came out with their cream. These are really good. So I really find that Milani is probably one of my most favorite blush brands for the drugstore. For high end, it has to be Tarte. I love their Rainforest, like I said, their blushes. So I have a palette from a few holidays ago that I've depotted in here. I've got the two that I've shown you. I bought this year's 2020's, you know, is it Rainforest of the Sea? No, Amazonian Clay, Misty Brain. So I really, really love this formula. So for high end, I would go Tarte. For drugstore, it has to be Milani. Just so pretty. Really, really pretty. There are others, of course, but I would probably say Milani followed by Shop Miss A, and I'll show you some of those in a little bit. The greatest blush discovery of the last year for liquid has to be these, or cream. These are the Shein, like I said, She Glam liquid blushes. These are just so pretty, and they set so pretty on the skin. If you are someone who doesn't support Shein or whatever it's called, I can completely understand. I think the other ones would have to be the new putty blushes from e.l.f. or the new one from Milani. Those are also really, really good. But these are like $4. They're really pretty. And I have four of them, I think. Yeah, really, really pretty. And the other one is the Cover FX. I bought these on the last 21 Days of Beauty. Not this one, but the one, I guess, in the fall. These blush duos, oh, they're so pretty. This one is in Dahlia. I mean, they're just so pretty. You can see I'm kind of drawn. When I'm drawn to coral, I'm drawn to the kind of pinky, shimmery corals. I probably have 5 or 6 blushes in that color. But there's just something about those. And I have the mulberry one that's in my in an upcoming project. But they're just so pretty. And I'm really excited to put them on my face because I don't think I have yet. I haven't worn them. Most practical, this one was, I didn't really understand the question, but for me, it would be a stick or a small one that you can throw in your purse. This isn't the Milani in Romantic Rose. This is probably another everyday color. Very neutral, could definitely, you know, go with that Tarte Party. And then this is a Wet n Wild stick. I think they have 3 of these. 3 different colors, but you just draw it on your face, blend it in. They have a highlighter, which is also really, really good. This is in my deck of painting right now. Their bronzer is really, really good. So to me, this is most practical. You know, you're out and about, you put it on, blend it out with your fingers. This one, you know, you keep it in your purse. It's really kind of tiny. So for me, I guess that would be the most practical. The least practical would probably be this Makeup Revolution again. It's beautiful packaging, but these are really small pans. And if you wanted to use, you know, without the shimmer, you really have to use a tiny brush for that. So I think while it's beautiful, and I am definitely someone who doesn't mind mixing, if you're someone who doesn't want to mix, this is probably not the most practical packaging ever in my life. Most expensive, I actually have 3 of them. So for cream, my most expensive is the cream blush from Fenty. This is in Cool Berry. It's a really pretty color. Love, love, love. And then I have 2 of the Cover FX. These are both $38, I believe, full price. Like I said, this one is the Dahlia. Really, really pretty. And then the Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne palette. This is a blush lighter palette. Really beautiful. Emily Noel goes on and on and on about these blushes. They're really, really pretty. They're meant for deeper, darker skin because it's meant for people of color, but some of these colors are just so pretty. They would look pretty on basically any skin tone if you were able to kind of cheer them out. So those are definitely my most expensive. I have one from Colored Rain, but it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was. I'm not someone who invests a whole lot of money in blush because there's just so many drugstore that are so good. And for Tarte, I mean, I never pay full price for anything, but for Tarte, I always wait till after Christmas when they go on sale, and then that's when I pick them up. So those are my most expensive. My least expensive are Shop Miss A. So I have one of their, this is one of their Lumi Baked blushes. This is a radiant blush. And then they have these little cream blushes. So these are from AOA Studio. If you shop from Shop Miss A, if you're unfamiliar, Shop Miss A is basically a dollar makeup site. They have a lot of makeup that is inexpensive, but really, really good quality. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's just really, really pretty. And again, $1. This one you'd have to blend out too. So they have cream blushes, they have liquid blushes, they have stick blushes, they have powder blushes, they have baked blushes. I mean, they have so many. And I love to buy from the AOA Studio when I purchase from Shop Miss A. Most unique. I didn't write down the most unique, but I think it would have to be this one. This is the Cover FX. This is the Sweet the Sweet Mulberry, like I was telling you about. This is a color that you don't see very often in blushes, especially like mainstream blushes, I think. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, but this color is just so, it's just so pretty. And I don't have anything else like it in my collection that I know of. And they would be beautiful as blushes. They would be beautiful as eyeshadows. Paired with that Fenty Cream Sweet Berry. I think they're going to be beautiful on the skin. Just so pretty. And then the last question is one that you would want brought back. I don't really know of any that are no longer available that I would want to bring back, so I don't really have an answer to that question. But yeah, 2 things I learned from this video. Number 1, I have a lot of blush. Number 2, I have a lot of blush. I really enjoyed revisiting some of my favorites, letting you guys know what formulas I really do love and ones that I'm really looking forward to getting to. You can see what colors I'm kind of drawn to. And this is just a little bit of it. I have a ton from Profusion. I have some from BH Cosmetics. Like I said, blush, Wet n Wild. Blushes are really my second favorite, right behind eyeshadow. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you. Make sure you go check out Alejandra and Jordana's videos. It's cool with Alejandra because she did this tag I think 4 or 5 years ago. So it's interesting to see her pics now compared to then, what she's decluttered, what she's kept, what's still, what's still on her list that was on her list in the past. So really, really fun. I think that'll be something to do again, maybe in the next 2 or 3 years if I'm still on YouTube, is to say, let's go through my collection again and see what I still have and what I don't have. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave me a comment down below. I would love to know your favorite blush, either color or your favorite brand. If it's someone that I haven't mentioned, I'd love to check them out. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.